Welcome to Low Carb Spin. I'm Karen.
And I'm Therese. Today we are cooking up family favorite, lasagna.
But keeping it low carb with some guilt-free carnivore noodles.
Let's get started with our low carb carnivore noodles.
Into a NutriBullet. These are going to be really easy to do. Start out with our eggs. This recipe actually is kind of a combination. It's Anita from Ketogenic Woman, and all the information. Yes, we do, and that will be listed below. And also, I saw a video from Maria Emmerich. She did
Great.
mayonnaise video, a carnivore mayonnaise video just the other day, and we'll have that in the description below as well. And I'm like, well, what if we switch it up? So we're going to kind of mash these two great recipes together for our lasagna. So, eggs into the bowl.
Got it.
We're going to do some pork rinds. And now this is the Carnivore Mayo. So I added extra spices in, which you do not need to do. And if you don't want to make the Carnivore Mayo, because it is an extra step, you can, again, use cream cheese. And we'll also have that recipe listed below. Some Parmesan cheese. And some gelatin.
That's it?
So now we're just gonna pulse it for, I don't know, a few minutes. Okay, this looks good.
Looks blended to me.
I think so. So it's definitely like pancake batter consistency. Let's just pour it in here because I want to be able to get the noodles even on each side.
You could also weigh it if you really want to be accurate, correct?
Of course. It's lasagna. This
We're
is going to
just
be
fudging it.
This is going to be a fast, easy recipe here.
Now we're going to pour our batter into greased silicone mats, but sometimes they say don't grease them, but we feel like it's security.
Extra protection.
Security.
Extra protection. A little bit more. Something like that.
Looks about right.
Okay.
And then we're just going to smooth them out.
With the
Spread the batter with an angled spatula.
I'm going to give you a little bit more.
Oh, I get the extra this time.
You get the extra? No. Okay, I'll save some for me too.
Just make sure you get it in all the corners.
Now sometimes you can even, depending upon how thick the batter is, you can kind of even do with this to kind of help it before you go. I really like these silicone mats with the edges, but you can do it if you don't have, the special mat. You can just do it on a regular silicone mat. Just give yourself a little bit of room so it doesn't make a mess with the oven. And it looks like Therese preheated the oven to 350, so
she's all ready to go.
We're almost ready here.
Yeah. Well, I know sometimes we invest in a few different kind of molds and things like that, but I feel like we always end up finding something to use them for. So I think, they're not that expensive if it's,
No, we got 2 mats. It was like $10.
Yeah.
So, and we've used them for so many things. Plus, I love the noodles, so it works. And you just want to get the noodles as even as you possibly can, so that they bake evenly. Otherwise, you're going to have some crispy parts to them.
Not a fan of crispy lasagna, are you?
I'm a fan of any kind of lasagna.
Well, that's true.
I'm so glad with all these fun noodles that we found on Anita's channel that we were able to bring back different pastas and lasagna back into our life.
Exactly. So. All right. Is this even enough?
I think so. Let's pop these in the oven.
I didn't get to do my little
more
back and forth.
Well, as the gelatin
yeah,
seizes up, it's going to be
gonna
less pourable.
Movable.
And I think we'll set the timer for 8 minutes. I think they are done if you want to take them out of the oven.
Beautiful as always.
Just get them out of the way and they'll cool off.
Now we're going to start with our meat sauce. It's a combination of ground beef and Italian sausage. We're just going to add it to our pan and heat it up on a medium heat. And it's going to be just cooking in its own juices. So we're just going to be browning our meat lightly and break it up as it goes along because you want the pieces to be a little bit smaller to make your sauce smooth.
That's a really good browning on the meat, so why don't we add the seasoning? Why don't you grab some of the minced onions?
Sounds good.
And we'll measure with love. So you're the lasagna maker in the family.
Yes, I am. And this is definitely a short version of our sauce.
Cheat version.
Yeah, that one takes, a couple hours to simmer. And this is
Italian seasoning. Right. We're doing it quick, not the add a little this, add a little that.
Exactly.
And then to even simplify it even more, we're just going to do a good old-fashioned jar of Rayos. We're going to use the whole jar because this is going to be way more sauce than we are going to need for this recipe, but you always want more, right?
Yeah, use it for some extra noodles later.
It already smells delicious. Now on to our faux bechamel sauce.
Yep, while my meat is simmering.
So we're going to take some good old-fashioned cottage cheese, and we like to use cottage cheese because I don't think anyone in our families like the texture of ricotta cheese or even the cottage cheese, but we're going to take care of that.
That's how the recipe came about, that we use bechamel sauce instead of ricotta. And I just even remember going to other people's houses going, Mom, how come when people make lasagna, I taste all this cheese in the middle, but I said, I never taste that at ours. She said, we don't put it in there. We make the bechamel, of course. So this is a quick version of that, which very cool. Glad you came up with it.
Yeah, so we're going to add some fresh garlic. And of course, it wouldn't be bechamel without some nutmeg, because that is what brings out the flavor. And again,
now is it in all bechamel sauce?
I think so.
Nutmeg, I thought that was always our twist on it, like in our family recipe, but I'm not sure.
No.
So maybe. Okay, cool.
No, I think nutmeg is definitely gives
What
it.
makes it called bechamel?
No.
No.
Nope, I have no idea. We're going to have to Google that one for sure.
Right.
And I'm just going to add a little bit of cream because we're going to, once we whip this up so it's nice and smooth, I just want it to be pourable over the meat sauce.
In between our layers.
Yes. And this is going to be noisy. Give it a little more of our heavy cream.
So you're using the immersion blender, and what's the texture? Like a complete cream, thin, or a little bit thicker?
It's thick, but it's going to be pourable. I don't know what
Okay.
you can. Maybe an
medium.
Alfredo sauce.
Yeah, like a
Something like
sauce,
that.
but not too watery.
Looks nice and thick. Can maybe put a little bit more of the heavy whipping cream in if you like, but I think that's pretty good.
So let's cut our carnivore noodles to fit our pan.
Okay, and that will release really nicely. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Gonna put it on the tray. Here, you want to grab that one?
That way we won't cut our silicone mat.
I don't want to.
Perfect. See, they didn't stick.
Let's cut these in half. So we put them on top of each other, and we'll just cut it directly in half. So now we have the 4. I bet we can go for it.
I think you can cut them off.
We'll do all the layers at once, right? They measure up fine.
There you go.
Like here. And then these will be the extras for tasting, right?
Or save them for soup.
The extra sauce. Yeah, you can cut them up in all kinds of different shapes.
I save in my soup.
So, as with any lasagna, we're going to start with the sauce. Put the sauce on the bottom. We have mozzarella cheese, we have Parmesan, and we have our faux bechamel.
Mm-hmm. A little more? Or is that good?
It's fine. And then we'll put the top layer of noodles. Fits right on there. And then we'll do a little bit more sauce.
Good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, of course, the drizzle of mozzarella. And I think every time I do it differently. So now I'm going to do the bechamel. Probably should have put the bechamel over the meat sauce, but I don't think it matters. It's going to be ooey gooey.
Yum. And then Parmesan? Or are we only saving that for the top? In the middle,
Oh,
right?
come on, it's cheese. Please, no, we're just going to do a little bit. This is nice and finely grated.
It's going to make it very creamy inside.
It is. And another layer of noodles. And really, this way we're not getting the carbs from the noodles. The carbs is coming in from the sauce.
From your sauce.
And this is to your discretion.
Put as much or as little.
You're kind of heavy-handed on the sauce, but she's used to making the traditional lasagna, mom's lasagna, and
Is
that
better?
It was plentiful.
Mm-hmm. I don't like to see the naked noodles. I don't like my noodles naked.
It's like me with the extra or more.
Mm-hmm.
So see, we're going to do it differently this time.
Yeah, that's usually how I do it too.
Well, you gotta
but in the end, it's all going to melt together and taste delicious. So
this is true. This is true.
It's not a make or break.
Well, that's what's so good about lasagna. And you know what? You can get your kids to help because, it's easy. They can grate the cheese. This really can be a weeknight dinner. Mm-hmm. Plus, you can freeze these noodles and you can have them. And then, opening up a can of Rayos and throwing a few spices is not a big deal. And it's just, everyone just loves it. She's ready for the oven.
Delicious.
How long does that cook for?
We're gonna let it bake for about 30 minutes and kind of check it. I like to look in the glass pan, and if I see a little bubbling, then I know that it's definitely heated through. Everything's cooked, so it's fine. But look, we had a lot of sauce left over, so something extra for later.
She's finally ready. Ooh. delicious.
Well, this smells delicious. I can't wait to dig in.
It sure does. But wait, I Googled while it was cooking. Bechamel with nutmeg is an Italian thing.
Well, that makes sense. We're Italian. This lasagna is half the carbs of our original one, so it's a game changer.
Yes, definitely the addition of the carnivore noodles really changes it.
Yeah.
We can enjoy it.
Thanks to Maria, Emmerich, and Anita.
From Ketogenic Woman. So check out their information. It will be listed below because then you can have this.
Exactly.
We hope you try it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next video.